Next on your Florida ballot, we have the Chief Financial Officer. The incumbent Republican candidate is Jimmy Patronis, and the Democratic candidate is Adam Hattersley. So we don't have state income tax here in Florida, so the Chief Financial Officer here relies on property taxes and business taxes to fund the state, not including what we get from the federal government, which is quite a bit. But their job is to make sure that companies are in compliance with the rules in the state, that the money is set aside to prepare for hurricanes, things like that, as well as track coronavirus, insurance fraud, that kind of stuff. So tracking and enforcing those laws all falls under the CFO's title. Both candidates, in my opinion, are pretty qualified. Jimmy Patronis has worked, obviously, as the CFO for the last term. He's also been on the board of several organizations, including the Salvation Army, which you can do that with what you want. He did support Trump, does support Trump, has Trump prominently featured on his website, so that gives me an idea of what his values are and lack thereof, I guess. So I don't know how to feel about this guy. It's an old white man. So am I. Adam Hattersley is a veteran, so that's put a check mark in that box for you. The key messages that he has on Ballotpedia, because his website is kind of minimal, is he wants to fight for affordable health care in the state, he wants to address the climate crisis, and he wants to fight for a livable wage. We are going to get a $15 minimum wage here in the next few years. He'd like to institute that earlier. And then he also wants to put in a cost of living adjustment tacked to minimum wage, so that it automatically goes up with inflation and everything else. Something the federal government used to do until they stripped that away 40 years ago or more. He's also a strong union supporter, which puts him in the right side of that argument for me. So there are your CFO candidates. I will obviously be voting for Adam Hattersley, because at least his stances, he doesn't have Trump on his website. That's enough for me.